let me go. I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play. This time, I thought you were mine. You didn't love me, you just left me behind. And now I'm alone and I don't know what to do. Soon I will find me a love that is true. But you can find someone who could be a better love, but so no longer with me. Stop all the games that you've been playing. We'll be back to being one. Can't you hear my heart saying? Don't let me go, cause this will be the last time. Don't let me go, I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play. I think it's time to start again. Serious, baby, please don't pretend. Now you're here and you are trying to stop the tears. How do I know you're not lying? Could this time I won't be so blind? I won't let you hurt me or be unkind. So if you love me, baby, don't let me go. And if you understand, let me know. Don't let me go, cause this will be the last time. Don't let me go, I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play. Yeah, don't let me go, cause this will be the last time. Don't let me go, I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play. Here we are another time around. Now we understand to love isn't what we found. It's our destiny to love through eternity. Don't let me go, cause this will be the last time. Don't let me go, I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play. Yeah, don't let me go, cause this will be the last time. Don't let me go, I wanna be yours and you mine. Don't let me go, cause I want you to stay. Let's hold on and keep our love in play.
Keep on, everyone. Hello, everybody. We're gonna adjust our screen, but it's all good. It's this Freestyle Showcase Podcast. We're number 54? Can you believe?
Wow, 54.
54. We've had at least 54 artists okay, if not more, because sometimes we had 2, right,
Right.
on a show, and then the DJs and everything too. So I can't believe it. It's been awesome meeting all these people. And just all these artists and their stories. And I mean, just we were sitting here watching the video right before we got on here with Stefanie Bennett when she first started. That was 1991.
I know.
And
she kill me when she comes in. Oh my
and
God.
I mean, I see her. You know, that's her when she started. Now she's she's been doing this for a long time. So now she's just open and free and sings, and in the beginning you're all nervous and scared, but I love to see they had 3 women back dancers in the back doing break dancing. Oh my gosh, I remember growing up in the late 80s. Remember?
That was the real deal right
there.
Those
Those
were the days. I mean, those days ain't coming back, all right?
It's not the same. They do have competitions though, so you can't say that because
not the same, though.
Red Bull does the competition that we've been to the events,
and
they were amazing.
Well, no, that was different. The one in the Olympics, I didn't like at all.
No, the one that we went to here, the private one. There's a private competition that Red Bull does every year, and we went to the competition down in Miami Beach. And we got to meet some of the dancers, right? And they were break dancing, and they were just having such a ball. So it was great to see that it's been so many years, and don't worry about it.
Right.
We're green today. We're green.
We're green.
And my phone keeps falling
Just
down.
leave it alone. Let's get on with the interview. We have Stefanie Bennett in the back waiting. So you want to announce any events that's coming up?
I don't even know what's the next freestyle event. We're going this weekend. We'll be at Bushwick Lounge. Bruce's birthday, the owner of Bushwick Lounge. Plus, there's going to be some freestyle artists there.
And Sammy Zone is going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Right here. I think I found it right here.
You found Sammy Zone. Sammy Zone in the house.
We got Ronaldo.
Yep.
Miami Mike is there.
Oh, DJ Orlando's coming.
DJ Orlando's coming down. So,
DJ
come on down, people. Hey, we're going to do my video there too. So, I'm going to do a shot at Bushwick Lounge.
Yeah.
To add it to my new single that already came out on August the 1st last week. So, we're gonna do parts of the scene there, and ALIDA and me tomorrow we're gonna go do some other scenes. So we're gonna start the video pretty soon. We're gonna be in Bushwick as well. We in this show is we do Spanglish a little bit. So yours truly will be at Bushwick Lounge as well with my band there. So also if you're in the area or you salsa lovers, freestylers, go out there. We're gonna have a good time at Bushwick Lounge.
Okay? Oh yeah. And you showed the 23rd too, right?
The 23rd is at Pineapple. So if anybody's in the Melbourne area
or Central Florida area,
go to
Melbourne. Yeah, go to Eventbrite. You can look up Pineapples, JCEE Cologne, and you'll see the event there. It's $20 at Eventbrite, managed by the restaurant. And I don't know, we have all other events. I need my bathing suit.
You have one ready?
I got a bathing suit. I got to work out. So what? The cruise is coming. The cruise is October 24th through the 27th from Port Canaveral, Florida to Celebration Key, brand new island by Carnival. It's going to be amazing. If you don't miss it. We got superstars. We got salsa. We got Hermano Olivera, Pedro Brul, and Paquito Acosta. We got 2 from Puerto Rico. Three from Puerto Rico. Everybody's from Puerto Rico.
We got 5 from Puerto Rico, 1 from Panama.
All right, yeah. We got Wiki Gonzalez, JCEE Cologne. He's singing too. Willie Panama's the only one from Panama. Everybody else in Puerto Rico. Then look at that. Then we got freestyle Puerto Rican, right? I didn't realize. Oh yeah, Will and Moore, Nasty Boys, and Bexia. And then we got DJs, Benny B and Oscar P, and we got Rolling Chords from South Korea. Okay, so it's gonna be amazing.
I met with the Nasty Boys not too long ago. Remember?
I know.
I got a little clip here that we did. We met in here. We're having a nice time. I believe it was the July 4th weekend. The July 4th, we went to the park. So.
Yeah, I think so.
What's up? This is your boy JC, and I promised everybody I will bring some freestyle to the salsa.
Hey, how you gonna do it without me?
No, get over here. Come on.
Always starting stuff without me. Always.
Like I was saying before I got
just gonna leave me out. See what it is?
Before I got interrupted, I promised all the fans they want to freestyle on the Punk Annual Spanglish Party Cruise, and I delivered. Here we got the Nasty Boys. Tell them, guys.
I think because you were black. That's why. You're gonna leave the darkie out. See how y'all do me? Bad business. What's y'all? Jaquan. Nasty Boys. Don't forget, October 24th through the 27th, get the tickets now. Call Maria, 561-388-664. Book your cabins now, baby. Don't jump overboard either. That's it. Stay and watch yourself.
They're so silly. They're so fun. They're really good-hearted people, and they're incredible singers, and I value all these people because
they help other artists.
They help other artists. They try to. Oh wow, we got a lot of comments all of a sudden.
We're gonna
so anyway, they help other people. They try to help other artists. Jake Fun's helping Queen Rage right now, and so many other artists that are coming out there, which trying to hold on to the genre of freestyle and dance music from what we know it was, how it started with how Stefanie started here in 1991 with the girls, the bebop girls in the background. Yeah.
So listen, and then we have also, besides the freestyle and the salsa, we have K-Rock.
Oh yeah, the Rolling Courts. So look at that. These are young girls, I think in their mid-20s, and they're coming from South Korea. 5 women. They play a mean rock and roll. Let me tell you. The lead singer, she's awesome. She's learned songs in English. Besides singing in Korean, she sings in English.
I believe they're signing with Warner Brothers.
Well, I'm not sure. Not sure. They're coming out. I know they're working on some songs, and I don't know if they're working. They're working on a lot of big things. So when the announcements come out, we can let everybody know the big thing that they're working on right now. But anyway, I hope you can come to the cruise. There's still cabins available, and we'll talk about it more later.
All right, I want to just show one more video from these girls, okay? Because they're amazing, okay? It's a quick one. Number's going to be there all night, right there in the ticker. So there's the number right there, 833-374-4294. You can still get your cabins. You have time for cabins.
And you see how we support all artists, I mean, we support our artists near us, far, international. There's so much talent around the world, and we just want to unite everybody through music. Really, that's what we're doing. We're just bringing everybody together with music. So the more the merrier.
Exactly. We got a lot of comments here, but we're gonna wait till Stefanie comes in. We're gonna bring her in right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we can give shout outs to everybody that's here waiting for her. So give your hands. Come on.
Oh, hi. You're right. I am going to kill you for playing that video.
Kill me.
It looks so cute.
It was cool.
that I sang in a church basement.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And it was on it was called Teen Video. Obviously the microphone wasn't on. I was acting like I was really singing and all though, and I was so shy. You could see me like looking at the floor.
Yeah, you were hiding. You were hiding behind the microphone.
Your dances were awesome. Your dances. That's the kind of dancing I grew up with.
Well, I grew up as a B girl, so those are girls I used to battle in the club. And then one day, the one girl came up to me. She said, "Stefanie," she said, "I can't beat you, so let's get together." And I said, "Okay, cool. I have a little song. I have, and then we started working together. So it was really dope to have them in the beginning of my career, where back in the day it was like you had to have dancers. Like it was like you couldn't get on the stage by yourself and just whatever.
Right.
But
yeah, it makes a big difference. It looks so good. When you're singing, you got dancers behind you. It's the whole scenario. It's a whole vibe. Of
like music. All those people that I grew up with now, like they don't do it anymore. They're like, "Oh, my hip hurts. I'm not doing that." So,
not now.
I'll tell you a story. We went to see in Miramar one of the freestyle events there. Noel was there, and Noel he had a bad motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
So this was his first show after recovery. So he danced, but he was in pain. Like he danced like he always does. And I looked at him and I know because he told me I'm in pain. So he still pulled off the show. So I have to give him credit.
He has unique choreography, that man. That's like.
Yeah, I couldn't.
He owns that. Like he should copyright that because.
He has his own style.
He does his thing,
He's been doing it for how long? 40 years.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was fun watching that clip. And you know what we used to wear back in that time period? Hip hop was really big. So we used to wear our boyfriend's jeans and our boyfriend's shirts. And the only thing that was ours was like our bra and our combat boots.
Right.
Everything else was like the boyfriend clothes.
We would steal their boxers too.
For real. That's why I didn't say underwears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was the beginning of the unofficial beginning of the boyfriend jeans.
I'm gonna tell you, there were some females that used to wear boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were women. They were like good-looking women. You know, there
They're
was a style. There was a style for a little while like that with
Yeah.
the girls doing.
No,
the
the
boxers.
pants and the shorts over them. Remember that?
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, that was fun watching that. Here we. You know what's interesting, you guys? This is your 54th episode, and I just turned 54.
Wow,
Happy
look at that!
birthday.
It didn't even program like that.
I know.
Right?
Can you believe that?
54 años.
54.
54.
You gotta get the R. That
You got to be born. You have to grow up with that. You can't be 54 trying to roll your R's.
I get all messed up. So.
Well, the last song the first song I did in Spanish, Sola, I rolled my R's. I just got lucky. He was like, "Oh, that's a good take." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Okay." So sometimes it just comes out, like when you're not trying. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic. Shout out to everybody that came in the live. Was good, was popping. I see you guys on my feed in here. So I just want to say thank you for stopping by and showing us love. And these two amazing people love. They are incredible individuals. I'm really glad that we got a chance to connect.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome talking to you and meeting you. And for me, it's always surreal because we see you perform, we see all different artists perform, but we don't know you, so when we get to talk to you, it's like, oh wow, now I know the person,
right, there's a person in there. That's
dynamic about her and what's going on.
Listen to the music and you're like, oh, that's her.
Yeah, no, because then you understand the music more. If we know you a little bit more, then we understand.
Absolutely. Especially as you go through like the more mature songs that happen later on in your career, you start writing from like experience, so they get a little bit more metaphorical, a little bit deeper, a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah.
Before it was like, dry my tears from my eyes, don't say goodbye, my heart, and then we kind of get a little bit. So it's interesting, like to see the growth, even as an artist, like as a songwriter or, creating lyric and melodies and stuff like that, how there's like even a little bit more pain in the production, there's these piano sounds that are not with a lot of bells, but a little bit, you can feel the maturity even in the production, I think, but that's.
No, I understand because you can see the development of the music from then until now, the developments, the sounds. I remember there was a couple of people like one-hit wonders back then. Remember there was a lot of one-hit wonders in that time.
Yeah, I strive to be a one-hit wonder. Like if somebody ever said to me, "Oh, you're a one-hit wonder," I'd be like, "You know how hard that is?
Hey.
Do you know how hard that is?" Okay,
it is.
That's like making fun of somebody that makes the practice squad for the NFL. Like, oh, you're only on the practice squad.
But you made it.
How hard that is, sir? Okay,
exactly. To get here,
to be a one-hit wonder. That is why I'm still recording.
You go everywhere.
Yeah.
A one-hit wonder, they'll hire you everywhere just to hear that.
I'm not stopping until I become a one-hit wonder. And some people say, Stefanie, you had some hits and this and that. But I'm talking to like global.
Yeah.
Right,
global.
International, like,
Yeah.
But
listen, DJ Tony sends you a happy birthday. That's one of our friends.
He says happy birthday. What's good?
And also recording artist Betsia.
Okay, hello. Thank you. I can't really see, so I have my phone here, but
Yeah, I know.
We'll let you know who's on. Lisa Greengrass
they keep
is on.
coming. They keep coming on. So, but that's all.
Okay, good.
So so we were talking about Sola. So that's a song that you did. What year was that came out?
That was this year.
Not too long ago.
It was this year. So that's a new one.
Yeah, this year. Yeah, well, actually, what I did last year was I did, the band Heart from the 80s, and they sung that song. I really love their song, Alone. Till now, always got by on my own, right? So I redid that with Edwin Ramos in Connecticut. That was really dope. And then I just wanted to do I've done songs in Spanglish. I just wanted to do one song full Spanish.
Right.
And so after I did the English version, I was like, let me just do the Spanish version while like the notes and the, because it was kind of a really hard song to sing. And while I was like in that headspace and I felt confident that I could hit that, I think it was an A, I don't know, it was high, but Edwin was like, just sing it out loud. Just, I was like, okay. So it was kind of a dangerous remake to do, but I think it came out really nice. And then, so that's how Sola came about. It's the Spanish version of Alone by the rock group Heart.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can, if you hear the lyric and the melody, it's similar arrangement, but that's what that's from. It's just something I always wanted to do. And what's interesting, I've been to Brazil a couple of times, and a couple of remixers heard the Sola version. They said, Stefanie, send us the acapella or the stems if we want to get a Brazil funk melody. I was like, okay, well, you guys speak Portuguese. They're like, well, we understand half of it. So they understand 50% of that, as opposed to like not understanding a lot of the English. So I sent the acapella out, and I got 2 amazing remixes from these 2 prominent Brazil remixers. And it's just starting to like get played. They're starting to now do their, the line dances that they do.
Yeah.
Like I'm obsessed with the people in Brazil. Like everybody's a DJ and everybody's a dancer. Like I'm not kidding.
I
like,
know.
Wow.
And it's amazing. And they will dance. There'll be like 4,000 people. They'll dance from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 3 in the morning.
All night.
And did you notice they're all like pretty fit? Like everybody.
Because they eat a lot of meat. That's all they do.
Meat.
And dance. And
meat,
so
drink beer.
They drink.
I told them when I'm supposed to come back again. And this time I said, I want to stay longer because I just want to go spend a weekend with them and just go to these dance parties and just dance.
Yeah.
And I told him that I used to be a dance teacher.
Right.
I was a hip hop teacher for 18 years. And I said, I'm going to teach you guys to dance. So that'll be really cool. But anyway, that was more like something that I did for myself. And then it's been well received, but really Brazil picked it up. But now like I'm able to service DJs in Medellin and Mexico and Spain and that have that type of format, a Latin format. So it's just something that they might be able to play around with. But it wasn't intended to be like anything super serious. It was a bucket list.
I'm glad you did it. I mean,
good.
you have to dare sometimes,
Just to say you did it, I'm at a point now in
and
life.
I respect that Latin culture. So for me, it was like paying homage and I don't know. Like
we appreciate it. We're gonna play that one.
Who is Margot Espino? She says here she says Stefanie Bennett is a force to be reckoned with. Powerful.
Margot is a promotes a Tejana artist in San Antonio, and I met her years ago, and she called me La Güera Loca. And so La Güera Loca. So she is putting together La Güera Loca tour, and she wants me to headline it with a Cuban artist and her Tejana artist. And so she's a really great person. She works really hard. She's got a real feel for the industry. And so she's trying to, which I love, and Texas does this a lot. They'll blend genres. Like, so it'll be like Tejana, Cuban, and maybe like reggaeton, and then like a Latin hip hop freestyle artist. And the crowds out there, they love it, They love. So Margot is really spearheading that movement in San Antonio. So
that's great.
La Güera tour.
La Güera Loca.
La Güera
Loca tour.
Yes. We had 2 dates last year, but we're really trying to get 3 or 4 a month. That would be amazing. So anybody looking for a crazy gringa that sings Latin hip hop and hit up Margot. She's got everything already set. And so yeah. So thank you, Margot.
Thank you, Margot. Yeah, reach out, Margot. We'd love to talk to you.
Hey, we got our DJ.
Hey, our DJ came in. Oh, he
came
left.
Out. He just left.
Right. He was. Yeah, it's okay.
He said, "Psych."
No. Oh, there you go. He's coming in for a second.
We gave him the night off, and he had a engagement and a commitment. So, but now he's here, so we're gonna put him on. He just wants to say hello to you, say a couple of words, and we'll continue with Stefanie. Okay?
Yeah. Let's see.
Here we go. Come on, Benny.
Hey, yo.
What's up, my peoples? How you doing on the Thursday Night Freestyle Showcase? It's your boy, DJ Benny B. Stefanie, I love you, baby. Thank you. I'm celebrating my 60th birthday with family. I wish I was there at the studio, but I'm doing my thing. I just want to stop by and say hello and tell you that I adore you.
Salud. Thank
What's up,
you.
my family? How you
Appreciate
doing?
Hey,
Chilling,
happy
here we are.
birthday.
We have back screen problems today.
I know.
I see.
Happy
Hey,
birthday.
listen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I wanted to be there, but I had this plan for like ever. I mean, you are one of the underrated artists that I adore so much. You work so hard. You are the
Thanks so much.
hardest working artist I know. You did a show for us in New York, and I appreciate you for that. And I love your music. And you're always sending me the stuff, so I got all your new stuff.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, take care.
See you next week,
Love
brother.
you.
Bye.
See you next week.
Oh,
All right.
that was cute.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
I'm all sweaty now. Getting all sweaty in my sleeves.
Yeah,
That's
see,
nice.
The lighting.
You're known. You're known. You see, even my DJ has all your music.
That's
And
cute. Well, I am known to harass the DJs. I distribute my own music, so I send it to other record pools, and then I email. I've got 4,200 DJs on my email. People want to buy my list. I'm not selling it. Sorry. Just kidding. And then also what I do is I go to Instagram and I find all the open format DJs.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't just target freestyle. I target open format because anybody that and Benny B would know, my singles, I have 8, 9, 10, 12 mixes on it. So I have a ballad, a trap mix, a hip hop, a house mix, 808 mix. So I don't just target the, quote unquote freestyle DJs. I try to target open format. So I spend about 4 hours a day on Instagram finding the open format DJs, introducing myself, sending them the links and things like that. And so I am known to, be in people's inboxes, if you will.
you have to. You have to, right? You want your things to
Who
get.
else is going to do it? The DJs are the lifeline. The DJs are my lifeline. So, I don't have a radio promoter. I'm not on a big label. So who else to get my music to the masses? Mix show DJs, and a lot of times, a lot of DJs, if they like my song, what they'll do is they'll squeeze between two known records. So let's just say they're playing, I wonder if I take you home, and then play like a Missy Elliott, like she's got like the clear loop, and then they'll bring in a little bit of my song and then go back out, and it's like if they just keep doing that, like it doesn't hurt them at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. You
have to be really like some of these DJs are very methodical when they're introducing new mixes, because they don't want to DJ to an empty dance floor. I get that, but if you take a loop that I'm using in my record and mash it up with a loop from a more popular record, then you have continuation of flow. So, and then be one of those guys, There's a lot of DJs that do that. So I see you guys.
That's cool. Yeah, we'll let other DJs know that if they don't have your music to can contact you. So
you just said I just go crazy edits.
I go crazy.
I do, and my website is set up for the DJ. So it's just StefanieBennett.com, MP3 and waves of every song I've ever released, and also music videos for those that like to do music video mixing, and links to vinyl. So I keep it very, very user friendly. I don't charge people for my music. I just want everybody to have it and enjoy it. And then hopefully that will come back to me in some form of maybe, one of my songs getting picked up for a movie. Or let's just say somebody from Atlantic Records likes my song Get It that I did 4 years ago, and they want it for one of their more urban artists.
Right.
Exactly. Because right now music is
crazy,
Right,
yeah,
music is changing like that. That we're fusing different genres of music and making a new mix and things like that. And DJs have been
I'm on that type of mentality right now.
Listen, and I gotta say, man, I just want to say something. All these new artists out there, right, that are trying to get out there. You just see what she just said, right? The way she does everything, her MP3s. It's very important the way you organize your music, your catalog. You got to go see this woman's catalog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her website.
You want to get out there.
Not that good. I did it myself.
Yeah, she did it herself, and it's self-explanatory. It's well organized. So this is what you guys got to do. You want to be successful. You got to hustle. You got to be out there.
Yeah, you just got to be out there like 24/7. Like you just got to be out there. You got to put yourself out there, and then you'll get you'll fall and you'll make mistakes and you'll get rejected. You just dust yourself off. You throw yourself back out there again. And, and every day, when I was younger, I didn't really practice. I danced a lot. So like we were always ready to go. It was like stage time, let's go. But now it's like I sing every day. I'm learning guitar, I play piano, I stretch, I walk, I try to like jump around and sing to keep my stamina up and things like that. I'm practicing with the microphone, with the mic stand now.
Okay.
So trying to like,
do a little Elvis.
We want to stay how we want to stay. How we want to stay.
Growing and sexy.
There you go. That's what it is.
Right. I gotta stay fly. 3-6 Mafia, baby. But there's just different things, that you can do to hone your skills. Like we had clubs, so we would go Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, and in the summer on Wednesday. We would be out there dancing and listening to music and, getting a feel, like everything just, you can't just, you got to listen to music too when you're creating music, not so you could copy or get ideas, so that you can understand what it does to your soul. And if you hear something like, oh, I like the way that made me feel. Okay, you want to channel that. So it's so many facets to it. It's not just like, oh, let me go in and sing the song really good and not, it's like, why are you singing the song? Do we believe you? Do you believe yourself in this message in the song? How do you feel about the music that you're singing or the sounds in the song? Are you just trying to do like get our attention for we hear like a boom, 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 or are you trying to like really create something, that's tangible, that's going to just keep igniting like people to want to listen to it again and like, oh, I didn't hear that the last time. Wow, I didn't know they had that cool, drum track in there. That was dope or whatever.
Right.
You don't want to put a record out 3 weeks later. It's like, where's the record?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of good music out here, but this is, some people are just doing it for fun, like for a hobby, and that's great. And you can tell the difference between those that are doing it, just to do it. Right. Hey, and those that are like, I'm not stopping until I become a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But we can have many more opportunities to hone our skills, but you can still create opportunities for yourself. A practice space, whatever you have. I know it's hard. I'm not trying to make it sound easy. It's impossible.
Right. It's not easy. It's definitely not.
It's not easy.
And you guys understand JCEE as being an artist. Like it's like who you are. Like for me, it's not what I do. It's who I am. And I know I'm not the best at any of it, but this is who I am. Like I can't deny it. So it's a blessing and a curse. It's very frustrating. Like every day I think about what can I come up with that the masses are going to like, or how can I, improve or whatever it may be. But it's just a grind. The grind don't stop, it just don't stop. It's exhausting, but it's also invigorating. You know what I mean? And it's also, it serves my soul. It might not serve my bank account or, whatever, but I just stay trying to create opportunities for myself.
Yeah.
And improve. That's all you can do. So.
Hey, growing up, Stefanie, every artist is inspired by other artists, or if they grew up in a family where their family were artists as well.
Yeah.
What was your situation? Did you have family in your family that were
artists?
I
did. My mom and dad met as like teenagers, like I guess 17, 18, and they were in a band together, the Jerry Bennett Quartet. My dad played bass, my mom played keyboards. And my dad was basically had this band, and they would do it was like a weddings. It was a wedding band. So they would do that, and my dad would teach piano lessons. And I remember being like 2 or 3 or 4 years old, sitting on the floor and just watching him teach. He would teach kids how to play. I was old enough to, but I just remember sitting there. Unfortunately, he left when I was 9 and died when I was 12, but he didn't really get a chance to teach me. So I became self-taught. And my brother played drums, and my brother was a DJ, and my brother would literally, and I roller skate, I played sports, I was break dancing. My brother literally would have the DJ equipment in the basement. We had like a row house. And he would invite the boys over from the neighborhood and make them battle me for money. He would play like all these cool, records, and we would battle. And I'm doing like windmills on a concrete floor in the basement. And my brother I was beating everybody, and I was very competitive. And then he would keep the money.
Oh.
Anyway, so that, and
he was a businessman.
He was a businessman.
And then when I was old enough to go roller skating, we started going to the roller skating ring, and that's when I fell in love with freestyle. I mean, you know, African Bambaataa, and you know, woo! And, and guess what? We got so good at roller skating. That's what the poor people did. We went roller skating because it was only $6, and we'd be there for 12 hours. We had like a group. We had the parachute pants on with the satin jackets. We were doing a shuffle. We were hitting the wall, and we were killing it. So I grew up in the roller skating ring, and then then I was like 13. There was like a teen club called Brats, and I went to Brats, and we would just dance. So I had this opportunity to go out and listen to all this music in different environments, you know, and I just fell in love with it. And I did, I think when I was 10, I did 10, 11 or 12. We had a talent show in school, and me and the two girls in my street.
Okay, well, we'll keep talking. She just froze for a second. It was going so great.
It was going so great. Oh, she'll come back.
It's all right. You know,
a lot of people already asking for Sola.
Yeah.
Some people are asking for Cloud.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing. I think we got both of them.
You know what? I think we're gonna go. We're gonna go to a little break right here until she gets
comes back again. Yeah.
So we're gonna go with this song from Stefanie, Sola. Check it out.
Oh, there we go. There, we're back again. And Stefanie's coming back too. We're gonna put her in. I know she's on the phone now. Let's see if we can see her now. Let's see. There you are.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. That's embarrassing. That was God saying, Stephanie, you're talking too much. We're gonna.
We're having a great time.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, everybody. That's so embarrassing. I have it plugged in, and maybe my daughter's outlet doesn't work.
It could have been the battery died. Yeah. Can you?
Well, I have it plugged in, but maybe her outlet is not working because I'm at my daughter's apartment. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, it was like a perfect pause. So we played a
right because I was babbling anyway.
Yeah. No,
anyway, I got a nice comment that I want to read to you.
From
Eric James Milano. She says Stefanie Bennett is the queen of today's freestyle and dance music. She's the only one putting in the work. Stefanie Bennett for Texas governor. Margarita.
Oh
no, silly.
Fire.
He's great. He's so funny. He's young. He's a younger gentleman, and so he grew up on Stefanie Bennett from 1997 to 2002, which was an era where nobody was doing. I want to say nobody, but everybody was pretty much hibernating, and all the labels closed up and everything. I was still putting out music on my own, and so he would get a hold of these like cheesy CDs I would press and I would mail them to these record stores in Dallas, Texas. And the guy would sell them on consignment. So Eric grew up in the Stefanie 1997 to 2002 era. And I have a song called Crazy and Take Me Higher and Ooh La La La. And he loves those records. And when he comes to see me perform, I can't be up there for an hour and a half. So I have to do, the most popular songs. And he's always like, what? He's like, why didn't you sing Crazy? And I'm like, listen, I will have your own concert for you, okay? So he's really sweet. He's really sweet.
Here, Willie Dominican also saying, hi, my gringa loca.
See, those are my Texas people. I love me some Texas people. Wow. Hi, Willie.
Well, hi, Texas.
Hello,
hi,
Texas.
From Texas.
Tejas. I'm officially a Tejana now. Did you know that?
Oh, right. You were telling me something. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Car shows or something like that, right?
No.
I really, when I was, my first away gig was in Dallas in 1993. I think I was 21, and our label got a call. Tasmania Records got a call. They want you in Dallas. So I was like, oh my God, to do what? I thought it was like cowboys and white fences. So we got on the plane. We went down there. It was crazy. I had the number 1 and 2 record on the station at the time. Don't Let Me Go. Never Too Late. It was like 5,000 people there. I had no idea because we didn't have internet at the time. So I showed up there, and it was just amazing. And I met a promoter there. His name is Big D. God rest his soul. He passed away. And he was the first one to bring me down. And he had owned a lot of nightclubs. And so like once a month, he would bring me down, and we go to different. Then we start doing after hours. And then it was just great. I got really familiar with the DJs at the radio stations. I'd bring my vinyl. I'd go around to all the clubs, and I would hand deliver my vinyl to all the DJs. So I really developed a relationship and friendship with Dallas. And then now it's spread out to Austin and San Antonio, but initially it was Dallas. It was my first, away gig. So they have a really special place in my heart. I always can go back there. I even moved there 2 years ago. I lived there for 10 months, and I immersed myself in the lowrider car scene. I became an honorary member of a car club called Rollers Only. And so I was doing a lot of the lowrider shows, which are great because you have ages 5 to 75.
Yeah.
And I was able, and that was really amazing, and I moved back. It was just, it was too hot there. Okay. Like, I was like, I love y'all, but I'm going home. Like, I'll come back to visit. But yeah, so that's a lifelong, that's what, I'm with age, date everything, but that's like a 30-year relationship, that is now, I have so many friends there and just good people I can call up and, hey, I need to come to San Antonio. I'm missing you guys. All right, get your ass down here. We're going to give you a gig at this place. And then we go eat tacos and drink margaritas. And I come back home, and I just have a really special place in my heart for them. And I wish I could do that in more areas and more cities. But obviously it takes time, commitment. And you have to have good people in those cities that believe in you and that want to build with you and do business with you. And so that's kind of like
it kind of started there for me, if you will.
Hey, I got a question from the audience here. I got Ralph Flores asking, how old were you when you first started singing?
I mean, I always sang in like elementary school. I was in all the school plays. I was a hot box girl. I was in Oklahoma. So I was always in the plays, and I was also a jock too. So I'd go to basketball practice and I'd go to my coach and I was like, I got to go leave. I got to go to music theater. And he's like, when you get back, you got to do 100 laps. I'm like, I don't care. So I had this love for sports and this love for musical theater. So I did both. I was like able to do both because I was good at basketball. So my coach was like, all right, go to musical theater for an hour and get back here. So I did that for a while. And I think when, so I performed in the show choirs and everything. But my first performance was when I was 15. I was at a teen club and they had a lip sync contest. And so I decided I was going to enter it. And I did Because of You by the Cover Girls. And I had 2 girl dancers. I remember we wore white. This was the style at this time. The white tank top with the jean jacket and the black, they weren't leggings yet. They were like a tight black pant. Yeah. And we wore the Samba. Remember the Samba sneakers, the soccer Johns? We didn't even play soccer. Then they had the wrestling sneakers. Wrestling sneakers.
Yeah, the boot with the boot. Yeah.
It was like a wrestling shoe. And we actually wore those out to the club. So I did my Because of You. We had choreography and everything. And it's so funny. People are like, how'd you become a dance teacher? I'm like, I was always like doing that stuff, in the neighborhood. I was always putting routines together. And I won. And it was really exciting. And I won a bike. I won a bicycle, a black bike with gold trim. And I remember how I got it home, but it got stolen the same night. But from then, after I won, the DJ there, he would let me, I would sing like Debbie Gibson and Taylor Dane. I had like no control over my voice. I'd be like screaming, like, tell it to my heart. Doesn't really properly trained yet. But anyway, I went on to sing in high school and do the plays and in a show choir. And then when I went to college to play sports, I also majored in music. So a double major. So I went to Westminster Choir College. And that's where I really honed my skills. I was a tenor. So a tenor is like, you really need to learn how to sight read. And I was really good at harmonies and I kind of had a good ear. So that's kind of when I guess it was a long answer, but I guess we would say technically 15, I guess we would say.
Wow. There you go, Rob.
But my first real recording was 18. 18, 19. Yeah, I was in
elementary is like 7 to 12. You know what I mean? That's why he.
Yeah, I had an interest in so many things. It's like so. I've always been.
I remember in school they always had the music department. We always had like a show or whatever. But I was so shocked.
Everybody was allowed to participate. Yeah. It was like, it was fun. When I went to high school, it was a good time going.
I was so scared. I was hiding in the back. They're like, ALIDA, where's ALIDA? I'm like,
listen, I just
wanted to do everything. Like when I left middle school, I was most athletic and class clown and best dancer, right? They have the little year. High school, most athletic, class clown, and best dancer.
Listen, well, you were preemie because ALIDA's a preemie, and it's like she couldn't wait to get out. Like she's a hustler, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I come from one of 6 children. So we we had 6 of us living in a 2-bedroom row house. So I never wanted to be home. I go to school, then I would go play basketball, then I would go to the mall and I would do my little job at Foot Locker. I was never home. Nobody even knew where I was.
Yeah, I was kind of the same.
Nobody, our generation, nobody knew where we were. We didn't know where we were. Yeah. We were out. Hitchhiking rides to the club and getting on a bus, going to the mall, doing some working at a store.
We grew up in New York. So
in New York, I used to get
the subway.
Yep, I used to get up early home to eat dinner, maybe late at night.
Right. That's funny.
We had no cell phones.
No,
I can't find us.
I wasn't even home on time for dinner.
People, no kids, out there, they love having their phone, but you have Find Me phone, whatever, and you can find your kids everywhere. So
yeah. They'll never know.
They never knew where we were because no cell phone, no beeper, no GPS. We just took the train and hoped that we got home.
Yeah. And so the video you guys played in the beginning, that would be like my first, I'm gonna say real performance, but performance with an audience and stuff. So I was very green, as you can see, as we call it.
Excuse me. Wow, that's incredible. So what other song we got? Everybody's been waiting for
Everybody's
what?
been waiting
Clouds?
for Clouds. Let's talk about that one. This
Yeah.
is the newbie.
Oh,
The newbie.
Yeah, people are asking for it. Yeah.
wow.
He just died. He's here like, yo, when we gonna play Clouds?
Yeah, he's up somewhere on it. I know.
So Clouds is a real special project for me because it resembles my journey, right? So everything that I've done, and like I said, when the record labels closed up, I was still recording and I was putting out music that nobody ever heard. That's what, but anyway, I never stopped recording. So my journey is literally like some people say, oh, I've been doing this for 30 years. Maybe you did it for 5 and then you stopped for 18 and then you did it for 3. It's not the same. And I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying this, my journey has literally been 30, right? So all the stuff that I've done and all these things that I've done I feel like led me to this opportunity to collaborate with 20 Fingers. They're a production duo of Manny Mo and Charlie Baby out of Chicago, known for their short songs, Don't Want No Short Dick Man. I mean, and you gotta lick it before we kick. A lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
That's them. So about 4 years ago, a really good friend of mine, Tim Spin and Schomer, we kept sending him music. And, I was trying to move the genre a little bit, like do like a subcategory. I was working with a guy in Texas, Brian Cruz. We were putting a lot of hip hop trap drums in our dance productions. And we were really trying to, evolve somehow. And it just, we needed more people to, do that. But I was trying to change my sound and stuff. And I remember Tim Schomer, I would send him music all the time. Did you get it, Tim? Did you get it? He was like, yeah. I really like this one. I like this. I like that. And he's like, Stefanie, I got to put you in touch with somebody. And I said, who? And he put me in a group chat about 4 years ago. He said, Manny, meet Stefanie. Stefanie, meet Manny. Stefanie's talented. She works hard. She's crazy. So are you. You two need to work together. So we exchanged messages we exchanged messages back and forth and this and that. And then finally, he hit me up one day and he said to me, you're ready now. And I was like, okay. So I went out to Chicago and he's got a massive library of music, unreleased tracks. And we sat there for like 10 hours and we listened to so many amazing, he's got 1 million hit records in there. I'm just like, can I have them all? He was like, just calm down, So we came up with 3 and that I like that we could start out with. One, something like a love song, Clouds. And then there's like one that's called You're a Bitch. So like, I want that. But he was like, Stefanie, like, let's not come out and pivot too far away from your existing fan base.
Right.
So Clouds, I wouldn't say it's a freestyle record. When I first heard it, what I liked about it was the chorus and the message. And then I also like, not the remix version, which I love because I'm a B girl, but the original version, the piano in there. And it kind of sounds like Tupac Changes, if you're familiar with that record. And so it really spoke to me. So I said, hey, can we start with this one? He goes, well, I really wrote it for a guy. And I said, let me mess around with it for a little while. So I took it back home. I messed around for a while, rearranged the verses and stuff. And then we went back and forth. And finally, Clouds was born, So I did the artwork and I shot the music video in Austin, Texas. It's not like the best music video, but like I said, I try to tell people, do the best you can with the resources and the talent that you have. Just do the best you can with what you're working with and even who you're working with. So for me to have 20 Fingers, put their stamp on me and kind of take me in under their wings, that really meant like so much to me. I felt seen, heard, I felt validated. I felt like somebody, up here a little bit in the music chain or whatever was saying like, you're really good. Like you really have something. Like we need to work on creating a sound for you and your voice. We need to work on creating a sound that fits your voice and your style. And he told me the story about Janet Jackson had like 2 albums out before I think she started working with not Jermaine Dupri or one of the Jermaines. And they said to her, she was looked over even being who she was. And they said, you know what? let's produce around her voice. She's got a soft voice. Let's produce around her voice. And then they had like these amazing backup choir sounding singers, and they created a sound for her. And so that's what Manny is trying to do with me. It's going to take time, but I really appreciate the fact that, you know, he let me into his studio and he let me into his world and he let me listen to a lot of his songs. And there's a lot of fun ones there. So this is the first of our new partnership, and hopefully it's the first of many. And I think being with Manny and 20 Fingers is my best chance of being a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it 100, right? Let's keep it 100. You know, like anybody that ever made it had help, or anybody that ever, you know, of course, what I like to do a song with David Guetta and Timberland and all that, but I have to keep working hard and putting out something that these people will hear and say, whoa, what's that?
Exactly.
And that's the only way it's going to happen.
Oh, Cloud.
So
you just drew 5 clouds. Like, don't you see what's up with the clouds? Anyway, we're gonna go with clouds right now. But before that, I want to read something interesting, and then I have a question on top of what he's saying.
Right.
Eric says she's a true entertainer. Her choreography is fire. She dances and sings live. Not many freestyle artists are dancers. She's like the freestyle version of Britney Spears. Well, I got to that now. When he says she dances and sings live, now that's a good question. You sing over your track with your voice, or you sing with your track without the voice and you sing?
This is a good question, and this is also something for people new that they can learn from, because what I do now is when I go to a gig and I go to the sound check, I bring, let's say I have 20-minute set, 8 songs. I bring 3 versions. Giving you guys my secret here. I give 3 I have 3 versions, 3 separate USBs, so nobody gets confused, and they're all labeled. So one of my sets will have a lot of background vocals. One will have about 50%, and one will have where the verses are live and the choruses have harmonies. Now, what I learned, I base which one of those USBs I'm going to pick up and give to that DJ or that sound man is based off of my sound check.
Okay.
Because, you know, JC, where different venues have different, you know, sound. And some people will say, oh, I have a professional sound system. And you get there and, no disrespect, it's going through the DJ board.
Absolutely.
So when I do my sound check and I'm like, whoa, I can't hear myself, the monitor isn't right, or this and that and the third, I'm going to go with option 2. Now, I did a venue in Brazil, and the sound check was crazy. Like, it gave me goosebumps. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, I was like, if I never sing again. Like, I was like, what? It was, the bass was like tickling me in my heart. And then my vocals were like, they were like bouncing off of the wall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, what? The monitor was, so for that, I was able to do like 50%, we call it 50% live. So we got 25, 50, and 75% of backing tracks. So cool. I only started this like 2 years ago. And I thought to myself, that's really smart. That's really smart, because I've been to gigs. Like, what am I going to do? Be out in Texas and there's 300 people there to see me. And I say, oh, you didn't fulfill the contract. Like, this is not professional sound. You know, what am I going to do? Leave? A lot of people do leave because it sounds terrible and it's embarrassing. Especially now with everybody has cell phones, you know, it's like, you got to be careful. You can't be out here singing all bad and everybody's going to see it, even if they're not there. Exactly. So, you know, so then I realized that, you know what, I need to stay and do this gig, you know, and I try to get through it the best I could with the tape that I have, the 50% backing. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to bring, next time I do a show, I'm going to bring one with more background tracks on it in case the sound check is trash. This way, I don't have to get up and leave the fans hanging or, you know, be known as somebody's difficult to work with or this and that third. Don't get me wrong. Like, if there's no stage and there's no wireless microphone and not a monitor and it sounds terrible, like that happened to me in Austin about 3 years ago. I did a sound check. There wasn't a monitor. There wasn't enough bass. I called one of my DJ friends. I said, can you come pick me up and take me to the nearest store that rents music equipment? He was like, yeah, I got you. We went, we rented a monitor and subwoofers. We paid $50. I brought that stuff back to the sound check, we set it up. So you run into a lot of different things when you're on the road, you know. So I try to get myself a best opportunity to do the best with what I'm working with and whatever that environment is, you know, because my gigs, I do smaller venues and stuff like that. And, it's expensive to bring in sound. It's up to $800 to bring in a sound guy. And, if it holds 100 people and you're charging $10 a door, that's $1,000. You're paying the sound guy $800. So I found a way to still be able to do some of these gigs where the sound wasn't like 1,000% and get through it and still give the people what they wanted. They wanted to see me. They wanted me to engage with them, and they wanted to hear some of the songs of mine that they did. Yeah. But regardless, I always sing live, whether there's, 25, 50 or 75% back. So I started doing that recently, and I really advise that everybody do that, because you never know where you're going into. Like, especially me, I travel around a lot and I go to different cities, and, they'll say it's this, and that. And I get there and I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
You need like 2 more subwoofers, bro. Like this.
Right?
I need these walls to be rattling. Like I got a lot of 808 in my music. Like
a lot of places. Yeah, a lot of places when they set up, if they're restaurants, right. They don't put the sound correctly. They don't think about that.
They don't know. They don't know. That's what it is.
They don't know. It's not all entirely their fault. So what I do is I try to just be more accommodating. I say, okay, well, now we're going to use this USB where I'm still going to sing live, but I've got the chorus on there, and I've got like the harmonies and the build up on there. This way we can get through it, and not be a total train wreck for me, the promoter, and the audience. Yeah. So I just started doing that a couple years ago. So I have 3, and I put them around my neck, and it says like, and they have smiley faces on it. It's like they have emojis on them. So I pick.
Oh, that's cool. Like that. That's cool.
I'm like, here, take this one.
Oh, look, I got all these emojis. I got the pirate. The pirate.
So I put them on there. So I'm like, okay, this sound is not good. So it'll be like one of those emojis, like. I'm like, okay, you're going to use this one for tonight. So so that's what I like to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does. I'm going to show you. I got some comments right here that's talking about that. Says DJ Tony R says Stefanie's made me work for me. Yeah. Made me work more for me.
Yeah, okay, good. Let's go.
Then Bessia says she has your list.
LOL. Yeah, I have your list.
And then Tony says, we do 70%. I like your strategy.
Nice. Okay, good. I'm glad. And there's
are not professional. I know they're not.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've been through because I've traveled a lot, and I've done. I mean, I was on tour with Collage from 93 to 97. I sang backups, and I would go open up for them. Then I would sing backups. I had the headset on. I sang backups for Raquel. I've been on the road. I've danced for rappers from New York. And so I've been in a lot of different situations and scenarios. So I was able to, learn from all those and say, okay, this works. That doesn't work. This, that, and the third. So, so that's what I do now. And it's just better. I don't want to ever leave a venue because, the sound is terrible. And you can also go rent equipment. If you get there early enough and you're like, okay, you can go pick up a couple things. I've done that.
Definitely.
Yeah, but most people don't do that.
We're going to pick it up from there because everybody's anxious. I'm anxious to hear Clouds.
Okay, sorry.
With Clouds and set up with sound systems. I'm going to talk about that when we come back, all right? Mm-hmm. We'll be right back, people. Go get your rum and coke, your
I got some more coffee.
Some more coffee,
freestyle,
some
girl,
coconut water.
Freestyle.
There you go.
Freestyle. That's cute.
since I freestyle. It's been a minute since I've been in it. Come on, time that I get it with Stefanie Bennett. And it ain't over till we say it's finished. 20 fingers in the streets. Put a twist on this thing for the freestyle freaks. Time to silence the haters and let the grown-ups speak. SV, up in the sky. Way up, you can find the truth or you can find a lie. Don't let nobody blow your high. No, don't let nobody change your mind. No, cause they don't want smoke with us. Yeah, they be trying to joke with us until we had enough and we call they bluff. Heads in the clouds, pay attention.
Clouds can be blue, can be gray, can create a storm and make you feel there's no way. Clouds can make it seem like it's dark, but you got the power in your heart. Sometimes the grind is unkind, make it feel like you're falling behind. You gotta realize it's all in your mind. So lift your head up to the sky. There will be sun, there will be rain. It's still a beautiful day. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. Clouds can be blue, can be gray, can create a storm to make you feel there's no way. Clouds can make it seem like it's dark, but you got the power in your heart. Clouds can be blue, can be gray, can create a storm to make you feel there's no way. Clouds can make it seem like it's dark, but you got the power in your heart. We either wrong, but sometimes when we fall, we feel so alone. Don't you get lost, cause things seem a bit off. You've got to go on. There will be sun, there will be rain. It's still a beautiful day. Thank you for joy, thank you for pain. Clouds can be blue, can be gray, can create a storm and make you feel there's no way. Clouds can make it seem like it's dark, but you got the power in your heart. Clouds can be blue, can be gray, can create a storm and make you feel there's no way. Clouds can make it seem like it's dark, but you got the power in your heart.
I want to break that style. I love it. Oh, she's good. I love it. I love it. Great.
Thank you.
It's nice. I mean, it's like
So,
it has a little bit of old school touch in it.
yeah, the old school touch. And what I was saying to JC right before he came out, I said, music is about community, right?
Yes.
So people
Amen.
gotta enjoy it. So that's what you're doing there. You're in the crowd. You're enjoying it with them. I mean, I got goosebumps. Like that's what it's supposed to do. And that's why I believe that everybody should realize that when you're a singer or artist, you're singing for other people, right? To make joy, to bring joy and love to people, and just have a good time.
Yeah, I always say I'm an artist for the people, not the industry. And if the industry wanted me like that, then that's fine. But I'm an artist for the people first. Like that's why I chose Texas for my shoot, because we did the stuff in Austin, and then we drove down to San Antonio, and I knew I was going to have my faithful 100 people come out And I was like, you guys are dancing. You guys need to come. And they're like, what? We don't even know this song. I was like, I don't care. Get down here and you're going to act like it's the best thing you ever heard. And they did. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, just being connected with the people through music, you know, where they got my back. Like, I got yours, you got mine. Like, that's what it's all about for me. And that's why, like, that's what I really strive for. And that's what I enjoy the most is my interactions with people, you know. I just seeing them jump and smile and feeling it, like, it just warms my heart. Like, it just is worth everything that I had to do to get that done. Just watching it now in the playback.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
awesome.
getting goosebumps.
Everybody's smiling. You know, you have that joy on your face, and that's what you want. I mean, music.
I can feel it. Right? Yeah. Even talking about it is like.
Right? I know. We have.
I can't.
Connection. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't not be excited about it. I don't even know why. It's just as hard as it's been, and all the sacrifices. I'm still here, and I'm still smiling from ear to ear. It's just I'm telling you guys, is who I am. It's I don't know. It's weird.
Well, listen, you are educating people because Betsy says that she's performed in the same location 3 times and they were all different sound setups. So thank you for the advice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
Now, what I was going to say before the song was, see, in my case, I got 10, 11 guys.
Right.
You know, I got brass, I got piano, I got bass, I got percussion, and I got backup choruses. So everything that we do is live. There's no track. No, nothing. So it all depends on the sound. You're right. Yeah. There's places that have a good acoustic. So the sound guy that I bring, a club can have an amazing system. So I bring my guy with his tablet, and he would just hook up.
He sets it all up, right? Yeah.
And he'll look for all the measurements and everything. You know what I'm saying? But
it's amazing.
Band is different. Even for an American band, you got bands that are 18 piece.
Yeah.
And you got to have
jazz bands.
Jazz bands. You have to have the correct sound, you know. But all those live. But I'm glad that you sing live also, even if it's sometimes 50 or 25%, you know, on the track. It's still good to practice. Like me and my
because listen, when you go out and sing and your songs, like I don't have backup singers. If I had 4 backup singers, then we could do. But the song has to sound similar to the track that it was released.
Correct.
So if you're going in there and you're singing the verse like, hey, ba da 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 da, and then the chorus comes in like, and it goes, clouds can be, no, people want to hear clouds, da 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 da, right? So I won't be able to do that with just my voice. No amount of reverb is going to give it. So I'm going to need those harmonies stacked in the background to go along with my live delivery, because otherwise everybody's going to be like, this sounds terrible, because they're used to hearing it. You know, a mastered version. Right. You know, so you know, and I think a lot of people understand that, you know, but there's some people that are blatantly like, I don't know what they're doing, but we're not going to talk about that because.
I don't want to go there. Anyway,
I'm just saying, like, I don't have all the answers, but like, let's try to update ourselves a little bit with some things. That's all. Right. You know, let's kind of update yourself. I mean, you get paid.
When I do a song, and they finish in the studio my whole track. So what they do is they do like 3 or 4. They give me waves, then they give me the track, the TV. It's called the TV.
Right, I have them too. Yep.
Which is the whole song just without my voice.
There you go.
It's the whole masterization without the voice. And then, and then you got the ones that you could do 50% if you want. Right. But I'd rather do and I sing it live, you know?
Exactly. And when I went to, it's like you can't be singing over your fully mastered.
Well, that's what we've been talking about. That's
like that doesn't I know a lot of people will do that. I did that in the beginning because I wasn't confident. I wasn't comfortable. I thought everybody was like, oh, you can't sing. You can't do this. You can't do that. Because, you know, I was coming out or opening up for George Lamont and Stevie B and Judy Torres, and they were, you know, they're heavy hitters. So when I came out, I can't be up there with just jumping around dancing with no backup singers trying to think I'm going to just cut through to all this with a live voice. That's not going to work. But as I got more confident and I got more experience, and I, you know, you got to do the bad shows, and you got to do the bad sound systems, and you got to do the 5 people in the audience. It's all part of it. You know, you don't want it to take as long as it for me to figure it out, you know, because now we have the internet and we have people talking about it, and, you know, but that's what I got to say about that. But
thank you so much I mean, you're giving people advice. It's just, you know, you're down to earth, which I love. Thank you so much for being you. and people are loving you online and all the messages here. And
Oh.
somebody had a question. Rob Flores had a question here. Let's see. It says everybody or every artist has their ups and their downs. How do you deal with your downs?
That's a good question.
Ooh. Well,
I go in the studio, but let me see what she says.
Yeah. So I write. So what happened to me about 3 years ago, I was really done with the music business. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was spinning my wheels. I was spending, I make money on shows. I take that, I go back in the studio, right? I'm always putting whatever I have back into my work. And I went live one day. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, I'm done. Like I said, you won, music business. You won. You beat me. Like, I'm not beat. I'm not beat for this. And then like a couple days later, I get an email. And it's a song. And it's called Call Me Broken. And I listened to the lyrics. And it was like, funny how you people want to stay sleeping on me. Look at all my grind and hustle, still I'm moving strongly. You can call me anything, but just don't call me crazy. Because everybody was like, Stefanie's crazy. No, I was getting attacked online very viciously and very consistently by like grown men who had nothing else better to do. So I got on the defensive, and that was wrong. I should have known better. So I got this song with these lyrics that were like about, it's called Call Me Broken. But the song is about not being broken. So went in the studio, went with Edwin Ramos to Connecticut, recorded that. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to turn. I feel defeated. I just get tired sometimes. I get beat up. I'm on the phone all day. I'm emailing. I'm in the studio. I'm promoting. And I'm not seeing anything come in, But God doesn't want that for me. He wants it'll be a big picture. It'll be something like that. And I have to know that this is my path. It might take me longer, and it might take me, a slower and longer and be harder, but that's my path. That's what's carved out for me. And I've learned to accept that now. So I won't like publicly break down anymore and be like, I quit. You guys won. Myself. I'll just be like, okay, you know what? Let's go in now. And I'm working on an album right now. It's called Hold My Margarita. It's the man version of Hold My Beer. Okay. So yeah, it's got a lot of fun, different things on there. So now when I feel like that, or I feel like I'm getting beat up, or I made 100 phone calls and nothing's, I can't get on the show, or I can't get my record added, or whatever it may be, I just say to myself, hold my margarita. Hold my margarita. And I'll call up my engineer, Rob Federici, lives 5 minutes from me. I'm like, can I come in for an hour? He was like, yeah, come in. And we'll just start. Really what helps me is like, I'm an 808 junkie. So you start playing some 808 and like, I feel better instantly. So yeah, mine is also going into the studio. But sometimes, I feel defeated. And, there was like 2 weeks recently where I was just like, after I did Clouds, I don't know why, for 2 weeks, I couldn't move. And I was like, man, I'm tired. So I was just like, be tired. That's okay. Be tired. Be tired. That's all. Just rest. Yeah. Right. And get up. And now I have, So Tell Me, the 2025 remixes coming out. That's Siobhan did that in 1988. She's from Toronto. She doesn't perform it. She hasn't performed it. I sang it in Brazil. Stevie B asked me to sing it. I was like, yeah, I love that record. So now I officially redid it, and we have DJ Allen back and just some really big names in Brazil on there. So what I'll do is I'll do something fun like that, like something I'll fall back. I'll do maybe a remix. I did Creed. I did Heart. I did Phil Collins. I don't do those songs because I can't write songs or come up with. I do them because I can approach it differently. I can try to flip it and make it my own, and I don't have to. And it's something that I feel like the audience will enjoy. So I'll do that in between original songs just to kind of give myself a break and to kind of rejuvenate myself, if you will, instead of having to get too deep or think of something like so clever and that's something that's so catchy. And that stuff, sometimes it just comes to me, So like Hold My Margarita, I was like, I already got the idea for the cover. It's going to have like 25, it's going to have like 25 songs in it. So I go in the studio like twice a week, and I just, like I'm doing like I'm taking Rain on Me by The Who, and I'm putting a Detroit techno beat against it, and then I'm putting in Ben Midler, The Rose in it. Like, I'm just having fun with it now. It's really dope. So anything that I wanted to do that people would be like, what is that? I'm doing it now. So it's called Hold My Margarita. So now when I feel like that, I'll just rest and I'll just remember how far I've come and how much I've done and how much I've survived. And I'm like, just you can rest for a minute, but let's get back in the game, it continues.
It's okay to rest. I have to tell myself too.
Take a break.
That you have to take a break. Like, no,
you guys do a lot. You guys do it. And it's okay, And I have a very small circle. I don't deal with a lot of people. So I have to be the one most of the time to get myself to get up and talk myself through it, or, and then I'll say, you know what, I'm just going to go walk. So I've been walking like twice a day, and sometimes I don't feel like it, but I put my headphones on and I'll listen to like uplifting music and I'll walk, and I'm like, okay, I'm not dead. You be grateful. So I'm learning how to be more grateful for the ability to walk, to listen to music, to get up and walk, as opposed to like, oh, why can't I do this? And why can't I do that? And I did this. And, like I put out a song with a music video and I did my own artwork and we had a record release party. And it's like, it's still not good enough for a lot of people. Right. And I say, well, that's on them. I did the best I could do with my talent, my resources, and my availability and the people in my circle. So if there's not an award for that, I'll give it to myself. So, and everybody else should do the same for themselves.
That's true.
Don't wait for anybody to say what you did was good or what you did was deserving of some type of a plaque or whatever.
No, you just did it. You did it. You should be great. Everybody.
That's it, right?
Person.
And that should be enough. So I'm learning to know that that's enough, that I've completed something that I started and it came out pretty decent,
I think it's more than decent.
But if
thank you.
If that one hit wonder comes, bam, absolutely.
Don't remember it. One hit wonder, Stefanie Bennett.
I'd be like, yeah, me, bitches.
One hit wonder. Man. Are you kidding me?
Right, like everyone's like, you're just a one hit wonder. Like, shut up. Like, that's dope. What are you talking about? Like, what have you ever done? What have you ever done?
I was trying to talk about that. There was some. I remember getting CDs in New York. Remember, you used to go down the Canal Street or whatever.
Oh yeah, the stores, the record stores.
And no, not even the record store. The guys in the little cart outside selling those dulce or whatever they had over there. And they want some CDs, man. And they were all bootleg because they were like handwritten with the name. This is that would do copies back then. I don't know how they did it. Back then, we didn't even have CDs yet. And they used to make the CD, the cassettes. We used to get cassettes. I had tons of cassettes.
Oh my God. I used to take my picture and go to the recording studio and I would use the guy's copier and I would photocopy my black and white picture and then I would fold it. And then I would go to disc makers and buy the big box of cassettes and I got the tape dubbing machine and I'll be sitting there, and I would throw them out at the show. And I'm like, that is so stupid. I'm hitting people on the head. The cassettes are breaking all over the floor in 8 pieces. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like I actually have a video of me doing that.
Oh no!
And I thought I was so cool. I was like, "Look at me! I got 3 cassettes in my bag."
He said it. Tony said it.
They had the video. They had all everything.
I thought I was the cat's pajamas. I thought I was the cat's pajamas with my little free giveaway. Then we would photocopy our picture and roll it up, and then put a rubber band on it, and be handed them out, and the crowd would be like, "Whoa!" It's like, this is crazy.
Listen, I wasn't rich, but I think I had the richest growing up. Puerto
Rico
and New York.
Yeah.
I love my growing up. I mean, I don't think there's anything like those times.
You can't. It can't compare. A person living in 2 different places that has so different cultures.
Yeah.
It's like a whole nother world. So when you mix it together, it becomes something incredible. That's what we've done, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our generation basically is the first generation from our parents from the island, from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, or from Cuba. So we're the first generation, and now we already have another generation behind us, and maybe another one's hopefully starting.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really beautiful.
Hey, what do you love? Would you love to be Latina if you had the chance?
I would. I think I'm like 12% Mexican. According to my 23andMe, which makes sense.
I think that's the spicy part.
Yeah, that's a spicy part. Yeah.
That's like that get going, you know.
She got some.
But yeah.
You can pass for Cubana.
Cubana, yeah.
Cubana. That's in Miami.
They're
Okay.
cute.
Miami.
Yeah, I just, I like who I am. I'm German, Irish, Polish, and English. But even when I was young, I've always hung out with the Latinos in my neighborhood, and we were always doing things together. And I don't know. Even when I go to Texas, like I said, I thought it was going to be all cowboys, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of Mexican Americans here. I was like, I like these people. I love their culture. I love how they come together. They make food. They celebrate. They talk. They dance. They just blending everything. It just feels really wholesome, and it feels really like whole. I don't know. I really love the culture. Like I don't know. That's why I went to Brazil. I'm like, I'll come here for like a month. Like just, I loved it out there. I was like,
the questions are coming in now. So now people are telling me she needs to come to Miami. Now talking about that, and then another question. Hold on. Then somebody, Betsy said, I hope one day to meet you and enjoy you on stage. Thank you for your beautiful words.
Oh, thank you, Betsy.
Check it out.
So like when people, I'm sorry.
You got something to say about Florida? Is there something with Stefanie Bennett over here in Florida someday?
No. So I always in my mind, I thought like what I did in Texas, how I built a relationship with them and immersed myself in the culture and visited very frequently. And I thought that I could do that in Florida because I'm more of a Miami breaks artist, sort of like the feel of my records. Not so much the new, like I guess the new stuff, but I've always been a B girl at heart. I've always been drum and bass. Like I've always loved that feel. And I always made sure on my singles I had like a Miami mix. And I always thought in my mind, I thought that I would be able to go to Florida and kind of do what I did in Texas. But this is the thing. You have to have it. Like I had this promoter in Dallas, Big D, who heard my record on the radio and was like, I like this, and looked me up. I like this girl. I want to do business with her. I want to bring her here and build something. I haven't met anybody in Florida this whole time that I could develop that kind of relationship with, like I'm kind of an artist, like, my song was done in 91, but it didn't come out till 93. So I'm kind of on the back end of that whole radio wave, hip hop was coming in really strong and freestyle was dying out. So me and some of my label mates like Tasmania and Viper and Artistic and things like that, like I feel like we've been playing catch up for the last 30 years. Yeah. We've been playing catch up and we're kind of like the forgotten a little bit, we're kind of the forgotten ones, if you will, because I'm not old school enough to be on the old school concerts with Lisa Lisa. I performed with Lisa and Stevie B and all that. Great. But I'm not like one of the regulars, and then they have these promoters that want to start doing, concerts for the new generation. Okay. But what about us? What about 93 to 2010?
That's true.
Like,
that is true.
I feel like we're the forgotten ones, and so I feel like we've all been trying to make our mark and prove our worth and be out here, but a lot of people are set in their ways. But finally, I like to say, but I did last year, Charlie Rodriguez brought me down for his birthday bash. That was amazing. Like I did 6 songs and the crowd was responding to all 6. And I'm like, okay, well, why can't we do more of this? This Florida is so big, but I just haven't met, he mostly does that, and they're not going to bring me again and again. I've got to branch out into different areas and things like that. So I am August 30th making my debut in Daytona Beach at the Hard Rock.
There you go, Betsy. You can make
finally.
You're close. You're close.
Beach.
You're close to Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
And Chris and the promoter Christo Mavris, like I've been bugging him since 2019, and he was like, "Yeah, Stefanie, let's get you down there." Then COVID hit, right? And I had a lot of things lined up for Florida, and then they just kind of fell by the wayside. And I've been trying to, create some relationships and opportunities for me there. So I'm excited that I will be making my Daytona Beach, Orlando-ish area, whatever, debut on August 30th. So that's really exciting. And it feels really good to know that, I was persistent and I persevered. He would always put up a flyer and I would screenshot it. I go, what about me? And then I would see another flyer and I would text him and I'm like, sad emoji. And then I did that for like 4 years. So he messaged me yesterday. He was like, I'm excited to invite you to come. And he was so funny. He was like, I love Don't Let Me Go. I'm like, I didn't even know you knew my songs, but he was explaining to me, like, sometimes outside promoters will come in and they have their little group of people.
Right.
And they'll come out and they'll come down. And it's like, nobody else can be involved, because they've got a set thing, and I get it. They have these artists that they have the same lineup because they'll probably make a deal, say, hey, we'll give you 4 or 5 shows this year on this thing and this price. And then they've already got it locked in for next year, So I'm trying to find maybe a group of people that I can do that with. I recently was added to Raquel's Can't We Try tour. So that's really cool. I've been performing with like the 69 boys and, it's nice. So sometimes we just have to create our own thing. If we can't be part of what's existing and they've got their thing already locked up and like, you've got Bobby D and Alan Beck and Fever and all these people, they've got a thing that they have relationships with these artists and it's whatever they're doing is working for them. And they don't want to be bothered with, I'm like, hey, can I come open up or can I come, do a song or two? And it's just like, they have so many artists that there's like time constraints, like everything is like, no, there's not time. There's not time.
There's not enough time. That's the problem.
Right. But I also feel like, we could make time. Like, why don't we leave somebody off? Like, why don't we leave somebody off, right? That's already been there 6 times and maybe bring somebody in. So my problem is I'm not old school. I'm not new school. I'm now school, right? I say I'm now school. And we are still trying to find our niche, like we create opportunities. I'm really proud of all the other independent artists in that time frame and from the labels that I mentioned, because we're doing what I always say. We're making something out of what we have to work with. Like we can't force ourselves on these things. We could try to put on our own concerts, which we do. I've had record release parties. I know Willie Valentine was doing some things with his camp, but it takes a lot of money you've got flights and you've got a venue, you've got to rent out the venue, you've got to get hotels, you've got to promote. It's hard, but all we can do at the end of the day is just do the best with what we're working with and just keep promoting and have a good attitude. And hopefully, this is another thing that I like to say, hard work will put you where good luck can find you. And it only takes one big D. Oh, that sounded weird. One big D.
Okay.
One big D from Dallas, Texas to do that one promoter, the opportunities he created for me and things like that. We had a good working relationship. There was trust, there was respect. And so sometimes it's one person. Like look at Manny Mo from 20 Fingers. Now we're working together. We might put out a silly song that does great in Europe.
Exactly. You have
like,
no idea.
You just have to keep working and put yourself in a position where where good luck can find you. That's all.
Hey,
I mean, that's not that easy, but that's my attitude, because otherwise I'd be a mess. I'd be like, I'd be all over the place. I'm trying to understand what it is and understand my position and where I'm at in this food chain or whatever this is. And I don't just want to be known as a freestyle artist. Like I do ballads, I do trap, I do, the song with Manny is more of like just a dance record. It has like a little bit of a hip hop flair, but on my whole my margarita stuff, I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff like tech house and, Detroit ghetto tech and drum and bass,
right?
So whatever, you just don't know. You just keep throwing them out until one sticks,
and one just goes, aha, that's it,
Right. Like Clouds, just to let you know, has 4 mainstream radio ads right now.
Nice.
And I got messages, hey, we really like the record. We're going to add it. We're going to do 12 spins a week, then 24, then 55. And these are media-based reporting, which means it's tracking, right? And that's really exciting for me to be independent artist. So there are good program directors out there. There are good mix show DJ coordinators that'll say, you know what? I'm playing this every Friday, Saturday night for the next 6 months or whatever, because they're just feeling it. So there is hope in that way too. You know what I mean?
There is. People do still love music. There's a lot of different type of music now. Sometimes I get confused because, before, do you remember the day it was like rock, disco, or
Right.
whatever. And
it was like 5 things.
There was like 5 categories.
Right.
That was it. That was it. It
There's
was
so
rock and
many
roll, rock and
subgenres now.
roll. And now it's like it's gone beyond crazy, like alternative, or whatever, or grunge.
Pop rock, like even look at house music, house, hip house, tech house, Afro house, Latin house, disco.
It's all house.
And that's what they say about freestyle. Like many people say it hasn't evolved, right? Evolved, but like some of us, 93 and plus artists, like years and new school, like we are trying to sort of evolve a little bit, but it just keeps getting, like, okay, we don't want that, we don't. So what you have to do is you have to find where your audience is. And I'm concentrating on Brazil right now because that is a big country and there's a lot of people that love the music that I do. And I got a lot of stuff going on with the clouds is here, but in the back of my mind, I'm always catering to them, you have to go where you're celebrated. And sometimes you could take a lifelong to find where that is. And that's okay too. So just enjoy your journey because it's, it's just about the journey. Like it really is. Just enjoy your journey and just be grateful for whatever it is and just keep working hard. Like,
and not everybody's going to like everything, but types of music, there's all types of music for everybody. So somebody was saying that sometimes like Miami, they really like old school, freestyle, and they don't embrace the new stuff. It's like a monopoly, in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I lived in Miami. I've been all through South Florida. It's very, very complicated. There's so many people. There's so many people. There are between Miami and coming up to West Palm Beach, you're looking at about 7 million people or 8 million people just in that area. Okay, that's a lot. So it's a lot of stuff going on.
And even when I do my show at the Hard Rock at Daytona Beach, August 30th, it says it's advertised as 80s and 90s concert. I'm not doing anything from 2000, 2010, 2020 or today. I won't do it because that's not the platform. So what I also suggest, like with clouds, like I'm going to start booking record release parties where people know Stefanie's coming here to do this song. We're going to show the video. She's going to do the song. We'll have some merch. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to do some old school jams for you guys just so we can, I feel like that is also a good, operation too. But then again, you need people to host it. You need people to come in and let you use their venue and they'll do the door. Like it's a lot of it's finances. A lot of it is finances,
Everything is finance, unfortunately.
Everything, girl.
Whatever
Everything.
I do, you have the magazine and, money, time and energy to do it, and then printing it and the quality we do on the magazines, we try to do good quality on the magazine.
Yeah. And you do it because you love it and you're passionate about it. And you don't always do something for the end results. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it's hard paper. And he has it on digital there so you can see it. But,
cool.
Stories this month in July, we honored a Puerto Rican woman, Choco Horta. She's a great singer, and she's been around for a while, singing for over 40 years, probably 50 years now. And she's done a lot from Puerto Rico. They know her in the island, and we just want to bring
amazing.
Her yeah, we got DJ Betty B. We got different things, salsa. Here's her article in the middle of the
See, that's awesome. And you're doing it because you're intrigued and you love it. And you're not like, oh, let's put this magazine out so we can make $20,000 off it. No. If you do, that's great. But you're putting it out. And that's how people have to approach their music too, But it's also expensive to record. Like some people are like, oh, maybe these vocals don't sound good or this beat sounds like the same snare from 1990. But people are just doing the best they can with what they have and who they're working with.
Right.
So you need somebody to come in and take you under their wing. That's why I'm so grateful for my partnership with 20 Fingers now. Like that's just, we're not saying anything great's going to come out of it, but it's just nice to know like someone like sees you and says, wow, there's something there. I hear something there. I see something there. Let's explore that together. And I think that's really special. And I don't think there's enough of those people in the world right now.
Yeah, no, I understand you. We talked about that earlier. So, But yeah, that's the beauty about what we do now. At least with both of us.
You look at it differently, right? Like your motives are different. It's not like, and that's how I look at my music. Like I don't put out a song and go, oh, I want to be this. No, like if it happens, great. And if I can keep doing it and my voice works and I'm able to go to the studio and, I produce now. I've had been with the same engineer since I was 18, and he shows me Cubase, and I program my own beats and stuff like that. And it's just, I'm trying to enjoy all the parts of it now, instead of like, just like, oh, I want to put out this song so everybody can love it and it can be on the chart and we can travel the world. Like, okay, that happens. That's fun, but as you get older, like, you're like, that's not really realistic. That's more of like, just like an amazing, like,
now the way technology runs so much of our lives now. So the whole thing of going viral, now you have to go viral online, and even though the radio will play you, but the radio doesn't play like they used to. Now you have to pay to play.
The DJ.
So,
absolutely. Right.
And now it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to affect the broadcasting, the radio too, because the funding for the media is gone down. So I'm not sure it's affecting the radio stations, but I don't know.
It will someday.
But yeah, we just have to keep the music alive. Like,
there's no real formula to success. It's just,
No. So, we open up this platform to all of us out there so they can say, hey, this is me. This is who I really am. Not what some sensational, stupid newspaper or whatever put out, some lie. We don't do any gossip. We don't do any.
Yeah.
I don't talk about anything.
All the stories in the magazine are verified by the artist.
Right.
Make sure that every text that we put in, every content.
Yeah, we just really appreciate you guys. Like, I'm just, I think you guys are really special. I can feel your hearts through the screen, and even when I talk to you on the phone. And we're really blessed that we have you to come into our genre and just kind of give it a platform. And it's just, I don't know, I'm speaking for everybody, but we really appreciate you guys. Like, this is really special to me. I'm really honored to be on your show. I just think it's really cool.
Freestyle music, just music since the 70s. I've been listening to music since I can remember. So the 70s, mid 70s, I was young, and there were these songs on the radio, like from Donny Osmond. Okay.
Yeah.
If anybody remember the Osmond brothers,
the Osmonds,
there was different music. Elvis Presley.
Hey, it was a battle in those days. There was a battle between the Osmonds and the Jacksons.
Yeah, that's right. Osmonds versus.
They had the cartoons also. Who was better?
But see, that was a day when like somebody heard somebody with talent and said, "Oh, let's do something with these guys." We don't really have the Quincy Jones and all these. Like, where are all those people at?
Yeah.
We don't really have, those people aren't really out here. There's great producers and stuff like that. I've mentioned a couple, but it's like, what do we do now? Okay, we created something really great. Everybody's loving it. Okay, now what do we do? Okay, we got to go to a radio promoter. That's $30,000, right?
Exactly.
Or you just keep promoting it and you do these things and and then you let the audience speak. Hey, you could like somebody, hey, can you play clouds? Or
right.
You find a program director. I know a program director now that I met in 1992 when I was singing in El Paso. It's like, Stefanie, you've been doing this so long. I really love that new record. I'm going to play it. And I was like, you're just going to play it because you like it? I was like, wow, that's so 1992 of you. Like, it's like, so there are these people out there. They exist. They exist. They exist.
Like you said earlier, you got to give thanks. You got to be appreciative to the DJs because my song is
100%.
My song is out. What DJs and internet? It's been a week, and I already had so much feedback from all DJs.
Congratulations!
My new song, and I'm like, wow. I see the DJs are the ones that are pushing this.
DJs, 100%. Yeah, even like the DJs that I find on Instagram and I email, said, hi, this is my new song with 20 fingers. Here's a free download. And then some don't even say any, and others say, you know what? I thank you for sending it to me. I'm going to listen this weekend. And, and some are really sweet about it. And others are like blocking me. Like, okay, are you a DJ or not? Like, why do you have a social media platform?
Exactly. Why would you block somebody?
Right. How do you know there's not a banger sitting in there? And you could maybe remix it. And then there's a lot of egos going around too, which is another thing. But for the DJs out there that, I email them and they say, thank you, or I'm going to take a listen, or they say, you know what? I listened to the song. I really like this version here or whatever. That's amazing. So, and also, I don't know if a lot of the artists know it out here. It's really hard to submit to the record pools like MP3 and VIP DJ and BMG and all. You have to be a member. It's like $300 a month. I'm very fortunate because I've been doing this a long time that, I can submit to Latinos Unidos, like Soul is number 12 on their charts. I'm able to submit to 3 other record pools. And that's kind of unheard of, you know? So you really try to wiggle your way into the record pools and say, hi, you know, my name is so-and-so. You know, I'm an independent artist. I know I have these tracks here. I just thought maybe, you know, you could share with your DJs or give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Something of that tone, they'll say, you know what? Let's take a listen to this. Here, we have a second. But if you're like, this is my song, it's a banger, it's the next hot thing, they're going to be like, bye. You know, so just humble and humility and grace is like kind of like, I'm leaning towards that way now because I can't fight with everybody. Like, I'm, you know, it's
Latinos Unidos is one of the most solid. They got the salsa charts. They got the.
Yeah. They are incredible, and they report from what, Japan and Brazil and Canada or Italy.
Yeah.
So and they chart every. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I said there's a lot of good ones out there, and I tell if anybody's watching, if you're a record pool out there, contact us. We have plenty of music. We can refer you to all these artists. I mean,
and very important. What? If you need somebody that knows about royalties, and you got to make sure that you're getting your royalties, you got to make sure your sound exchange is correct. You got to make sure that that song is registered the correct way. How the royalty situation works. There's a lot of loops to that. So I got a good person that does all that.
Well, I also put out my own label, Phoenix Recordings. I started in 2018. I put out 16 records, and for 4 years, I was doing it wrong. I was copywriting. I was doing my metadata. I was registering my IRSC codes, International Sound Recording Codes. I was registering my titles. I was doing SoundScan. I was doing media base. I was virtually encoding. I was missing one step. And there was this program director in Texas that said, Stefanie, I've been playing your record Unlovable like 50 times a week. It's not coming up. And I was like, oh my God. So he sent me this, I forget what it's this, this is like a few years ago. He sent me this other link. He goes, go in there and make sure you go back and re-register everything on this link as well. There was 3. I was doing 2 out of the 3. So I took 4 months and I took all my versions, my MP3s, and I went back and I re-embedded them. And then he said everything just came up like the cloud. It was like, it went back and it tracked everything. So I have become very good at doing that, but I did it wrong. Like I always, you know, sometimes you've got to do it wrong to get it right. Yeah. But now
we have somebody. We have somebody that comes on our show on Wednesdays, and maybe we have to invite him. Too.
Thursday, yeah.
And it's Porto Alte, right? Porto Alte.
Right, and what he does, not only your royalties, he does a lot of stuff. There's so many questions. I mean, every Wednesday on my show, we speak at least half an hour, 30 minutes about.
I'll have to check that out and jump in.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we were talking about the topic this week that what happens when you're gone? Let's say, God forbid, I pass, and then what happens with my royalties? If I leave a paper or a will, or she's married to me, let's say legally, that passes on to her.
But you have to have it in writing.
You have to have it in writing.
It doesn't just go.
Or you could leave it to your daughter.
Right, but you have to
have to have it written down.
You have to have it written down. You have to document all that.
There's a lot of.
I think that only really comes into play when like you have a record that hits, you know, like.
I'm saying.
But still, you want to do it anyway.
I do it to all my songs. Like I had 500,000 streams of Against All Odds, and my royalty check was $55.01. So
DJ Eddie in the house, baby.
But I'm really good at embedding my MP3s and doing my metadata and virtual encoding, and I have all that. That's
good. That's good. Yeah. That's protected. You're like I say, you're a full package. You do everything smart, beautiful, talented.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate that. DJ in the house right there, DJ Eddie Ed. That's my sister. He has your See, the DJs are very important, man.
They are the most important, and they know that because I always say you guys are my lifeline. Like if we were playing that show, whatever, to be a millionaire, and I had to call somebody, it would be the DJ. Like that's it. Let me get a phone call. Yo, DJ, what up? Like lifeline. They are the lifeline. I make sure they know it too, you know, and sometimes they'll give me feedback. And like one guy was like, Stefanie, I like clouds, but I feel like your vocals a little stacked too much and blah, blah, blah. I only like this and that. And, you know, and I was like, okay, cool. I appreciate it. You know, and I really appreciate that. That's just one person's opinion, but it's still great that they feel that they want to share how they feel about it. And to me, that's the win right there. That's, I don't know.
Yeah. So, but
it's just different perspectives.
Yeah, different perspective, because everybody has a different ear and they have their own creativity, and then they get on, you know, mixing and do what they do, because that's complicated too. I can fix a computer, but don't tell me to hook up a stereo system. Okay. I mean, that's how crazy it is. I can, you know, because it's a whole different concept. So
yeah.
You know, I want to say something before we finish the show, because we're already running short a little bit. About 5 minutes in the show. But DJ, I'm going to tell you how important DJs are. DJ Eddie, he's here on the show right now.
That's good, Eddie.
This guy surprised me one day. He says hello to you, Stefanie, personally. So one day I was listening to his show, and he starts playing some Big Pun music, right? Mm-hmm. And then he takes the vocals out of the Big Pun music. He just leaves the instrumental. And then all over here, I hear, "Can I then champagne?" And I'm like, he took the music out of my song and just left my vocals and mixed it with the hip hop. And I was like,
creative, right? I love DJs that do that. They're just open format. They're creative.
I had goosebumps, man. I mean, DJs do, you know, that's why they're so important.
Yeah, DJ Benny B can't talk about it tonight, but he does some good mixing.
I think when I'm done singing, I'm gonna be DJing, because I love wordplay. Like, I like to do, like, you know, whatever. Dreaming of you tonight, ba-da-da-da. Only in my dreams you're here with me. Like, I love doing wordplay mixes. I think that's pretty fun. But like, I like when I'm in a live, like when people are playing like my music and they'll put like a break beat behind it, and I'm like, leave that shit in, man. That sounds dope. Like
more rhythm, some more, because that's what
let them have fun with it. Like, you know, I love when the DJs are creative like that. Like you said, dropping out a Big Pun with like a salsa record. Like, come on, like that's what I love. DJs like that. Very, very, very creative. There's a lot of creative DJs out there, man. So
the music. But anyway, Stefanie, it was so great to have you.
Okay.
I know it.
This is an amazing show.
It was a great show. Everybody had questions. Everybody had a great time.
Had a great audience today.
So yeah, we had a good audience.
Awesome. Thank you guys for you know, checking in with us. We really appreciate it. And listen to.
We'll try to get to see you while you're here.
Yes, please.
We got to talk anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Adiós, tengo un buen noche, te veo. Muchas gracias.
Wow.
Great.
Hey, you guys want to see?
It's going to be good.
If you guys want to see this episode again, you guys can go to YouTube and go to Spanglish Entertainment. Please punch the subscribe button.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost a thing, okay? Our audience is growing more and more.
Yeah, all the new people. Yeah, all the new people that were here today, please subscribe on YouTube.
Share this.
And or Facebook or both, you know, please.
Look at that. People love
appreciate it.
Danny Dini, great interview. See, this is what
that way you can see other interviews we've done, you know, and we just try to bring you different artists from now, from back then, from all times. There's no year, you know. We've had people who have been around for 60 years. And we have people who have just started, you know,
exactly.
So showing the different diversity and the talent. Okay.
So people, one more time before we leave,
yeah.
Don't forget August 23rd, yours truly, JCEE Colon. I know a lot of freestylers out there like salsa too. So don't even play. Yeah. Don't even play with me. All right. So look, Pineapples, August 23rd. We'll be right there. I'll be with Betsia and my boy Don Rivero. We're gonna do a great show.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a great rehearsal coming up. We're gonna kick some butt there, and we're gonna go down to Fort Lauderdale, August 30th.
Yeah, that's why we can't be up in Daytona, because we gotta go to. We have to be we're at Bushwick on August 30th.
So she'll be performing in Daytona while I'm performing in Bushwick.
I know. It never fails.
It just happens like that. But we're gonna catch it one day. I know we will.
Florida's big. You know, Florida. I didn't realize Florida's really big.
It's huge.
We've been driving like up to Tampa and this
way. Isn't it like the third largest state?
Yeah,
California.
It's really big. We haven't even made it.
Texas,
We haven't even made it up to Jacksonville yet.
Look at that.
And we're still. That's all a whole bunch of Florida left. So.
And mi gente, don't forget for my freestyle out there, the cruise. We got Will and Moore, the Nasty Boys. We got two excellent DJs. Betsia. Okay, we got Betsia, the Nasty Boys, Will and Moore, DJ Benny B, DJ Ascapi, mixing the best from the old school to now. So you don't want to miss this. And what else we got?
We got salsa, of course. We got some heavy hitters from Puerto Rico, Hermano Olivera, Pedro Brul, and Paquito Acosta. Also, Wiki Gonzalez, JC Colon, and Willie Panama. And we got the Rolling Courts. You like some rock and roll? We got Rolling Courts from South Korea. These 5 women, they're amazing. They play some amazing guitar. The drums are off the chain. It's just, appreciating talent from all around the world. And we just kind of learned about these girls, and they're amazing,
And,
So,
and for all you salsa lovers out there, I know the salsa lovers in this crowd, go to YouTube and go check out my new single, El Belagüira, JC Colon. Check me out on YouTube. The video.
YouTube music.
We're filming the video this weekend, so it'll be out soon.
It's on Spotify and all the platforms.
About 323 platforms.
Yeah.
So iHeart, Pandora, etc., etc.
Yeah. So Osmani, thank you for being here. Please subscribe to our channel on Facebook and also
Rob Flores. Subscribe to our channel. Share our channel.
Osmani. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Danny.
Danny, subscribe to our channel.
That was from Texas. What was his name?
We have
Eric. It was Eric.
No, it was not Eric. It was Arkham, something like that.
Oh, Texas guy. I forgot your name.
He's right here. Watch,
Thanks.
I'll find him.
Please subscribe to our channel. We lost him. Look, he was all over the place there. I don't know where he went.
No, we had so. Oh, here he goes. We had so many. Eric James. Malana.
Yeah. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for your support.
Subscribe, my brother.
Subscribe to our channel and
thank you for your comments.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your comments and just being there for the artists and for us. And we'll see. Who do we got next week?
Next week.
Wait,
no, we got that on hold because of the rehearsal things that I'm getting busy now. These next couple of weeks, I'll be having 2 rehearsals. Next couple of months, I'll have like 3-4 rehearsals between that time. So
yeah, it's getting a little crazy.
It's in the air right now. But tomorrow we're gonna have some fun filming the video, and then on the weekend, on Saturday, we're gonna complete the video, and then it'll be out in a few weeks.
Nancy said, "Where's my song?
Where's your song, Champagne? Oh my God.
Where's my song? She was Champagne. Let's see.
Oh my God! No, you gotta wait for the 30th. You gotta wait for the 30th, Nancy.
August 30th will be at Bushwick, so let's do it down there. It's our year anniversary of the magazine too, so maybe we'll do a little party down there as we're doing a party up here at Pineapples too for 1 year that the magazine has been out.
There you go, Nancy. That's Nancy's picture.
There's a photo release, right? So, and remember, go online if you want to get a copy of the magazine. Go check it out. Also, if you want to advertise, we're setting up. I have last chance for September.
And sponsorships. We're accepting sponsorships.
We're still looking for partnerships with companies out there that want to promote your business. We have a variety of packages now, including billboards at airports all over the United States and around the world. So let us know. We have coverage for marketing and billboards, gas station videos, restaurant videos, anything like that. What the heck was that?
And Rob Flores, where can I get the music? You can get my music. Go to YouTube, go to Spotify. Just go to JCEE Colon, just like it says right there.
Yeah.
My name right there.
And you can find his music. So he has 3 original songs. You'll see 2 videos on YouTube. And then if you go to his name and topic, that's where the songs are only, the audio. And they have him on Spotify too. You look up his name too. And looking up Spanglish Entertainment.
We're going to be out of here. Until next week, we'll see. We're going to be over. So we'll see you next week and we'll see what we got. We'll be out with a flyer soon. See ya.